Hey everybody. I wanted to take a few minutes today and go live, kind of do a little lunch and learn about why you should have your own website as opposed to just using one, like if you're an part of an MLM, why you should use your own website or have one in addition to. Yes, sweetheart. You want to have crackers? Just a moment. Or you can go get some. I'll open them. Sorry guys, mom life, you know. Oh, Andy crashed. You're all right. You're all right. I think he's showing off for you guys. So anyways, I wanted to give you guys some information about the value of having your own website and your own blog as opposed to only having the one provided by your organization, or if you're an independent coach of some sort or practitioner, why it's important to have a website also. So first things first, any questions that you guys have about blogs, I'll answer those here today in this live video. And make sure that you guys ask anything, because this is your chance to ask those questions. And I wanted to get started with why you guys should have your own blog. So let's start with that. The reason is you can, one, get a blog for free or a website. You don't actually have to do blogs. You can just have like a website, like with one page. It's like an About Me page, tells about who you are, talks about what you have to offer, so that eventually when you guys do start trying to do some sort of like Facebook ads or trying to drive traffic to your community, you have something that gives you a unique professional feel. So with that, you can go to anywhere pretty much. They have WordPress has free blogs. I use Wix. I think there's Blogspot and Squarespace. There are plenty. I'm gonna attempt to do oh, it won't let me now. I was gonna try to do a screen share with you guys and show you guys my blog, how easy it was, but now it won't let me. I think I had to do that from the beginning. Okay. Anyways, I use Wix. You can get a account. It's pretty intuitive. You can you pick like a template, and then you can like drop in your pictures, or there's like on the side there's like a column, and it has like an ad, so you can add text, you can add pictures, and you just kind of drag and drop, resize, shrink down, whatever. And then you can basically put anything you want on there. So this is going to be part of like, this would be like an addition to branding. So it's going to set you aside from everybody else out there. You're going to have a place where you can send people that says, yeah, go check out my website. Here's some information about me, where you can list all your credentials, your education, your experience, your testimonials. So if you do have a certification, so I'm going to pick on the Beachbody coaches in here for a second. If you're a Beachbody coach, for example, but you're also a personal trainer, or you're also a certified nutritionist, if you send them to your excuse me, to your Team Beachbody page to buy something, they're never going to know any of that, right? Assuming that they're not a personal friend or family member. So with that being said, if you are able to send them to your website, they can get everything about you. One thing that I do with mine is I have my blog set up so it automatically posts to my Facebook account, and it automatically sends emails to those who've subscribed, because you know Facebook changes. Not every day does everybody on your friends list see everything that you post. So if you have them subscribed to your blog, it'll send it to them in an email. It's also a neat way to build your email list too. And it's free. You can always upgrade if you want, but it's free. It gives you a little bit of an additional amount of credibility. So I think Diane, when we first put the first Q&A thing in the thread, said that she had a website, her Lady Di website from her organization. The only problem with that, Diane, is when I log into that site, I don't see anything about you. So if I didn't know you, there's nothing in there that would make you stand out as a salesperson or as a human even from any other representative of your organization. So there's nothing that makes me want to buy from you. There's nothing that makes, just a second. Oh, here, baby. There's nothing that makes me feel that know, like, and trust factor with you if I'm a stranger, right? It's just like, oh, it's another sales page type of thing. So if you build your own thing, and this is a way to share yourself in kind of a modified way, instead of opening up your Facebook profile to make it public and share it, especially if you have little kids or whatever, and sharing your whole life with everybody, and so that way you don't have to private message people necessarily. You don't have to, I don't friend anybody anymore who is a stranger. If you don't at least know somebody I know, I'm not going to accept your friend request. If so I've kind of tightened up security on that a little bit. You guys probably saw I posted a video in here yesterday from Cat Codes, and she was in a workshop that I did, and we were in a little mastermind group together, and she gave me some information that I didn't even know that we needed. So watch that video if you have a chance. It's really good content. Anyways, getting back to separating yourself, what you're doing, whether you're part of an MLM or you're an independent coach of any sort, you're trying to get people to get vulnerable with you. If you guys, so everybody in here is a health coach in some way or form, whether you sell essential oils or you're a personal trainer or somewhere in between, right? So you're trying to get people to trust you with something that is an emotional thing for them. You're trying to get people to come to you because they want you to solve a problem for them, but they want to see something. We all are this way. We all want to see something that says, I want to work with this person. So like going back, I'm going to pick on Di for a minute. Going back to her, she sells, high quality like supplements with good bioavailability. Yeah, you can read all of that on her website, but what makes you so special that somebody in your cold market would want to buy from you as opposed to just going to theseo.com? You want to be able to, when you're talking with somebody or on your like page, fill that traffic out to an actual web page. Most people in MLMs, regardless of what kind they are, they tend to create their own website, so they have their own space, their own personal space that they can personalize. So it does give you a sense of that know, like, and feel. You can log in there, you can see their, their brand elements. For the most part, not everybody utilizes branding elements, and that's a whole other course. But you can kind of, anybody who's followed my blog, the Busy Fit Mom blog, I share all kinds of stuff. Like, I've shared everything from when Easton had poop at the pool and the little girl almost made me cry because I'm in the locker room trying to clean everything up and there's poop everywhere, and the little girl tells me, Mama, or tells her mom, she didn't tell me, but she was 2 feet away from me, that lady has poop on her pants. I was mortified, but I shared that in my blog because that was just part of me. You guys don't have to do a blog. You don't have to share that information, but you do want to share what sets you aside, what makes you different, because there is something different about each and every one of you, and that something different is going to resonate with whoever your potential clients are, your potential customers. So what I'm trying to say is you want a website or a blog or something that represents you, something that will say, hey, these are my acclimates, these are my accomplishments, this is why I'm so passionate about my product. This is, and then you can have a link in your website that will take them to, where they can purchase, right? So if you are part of an MLM that doesn't require you to carry inventory, which I think that's pretty common these days, then you just put a link like buy now, and you can link that so super easy. You just, usually when you're in the text, you can highlight the word. There's a little link symbol, and then you enter the website that you want it to link to when they click it. So you can go in there and link it back to them if you want, or you can have them, contact you for more information. Maybe you want to do, maybe your ideal thing is to drive traffic to get on a free assessment with you, whether it's a weight loss assessment, a toxicity of your body assessment, a learn about your DNA to lose weight assessment, whatever that is, or even just, if you do essential oils, or you need help sleeping, or whatever the thing is, you kind of do that assessment there. And but that's a way that they can, one, opt in and get on your email list, because if Facebook shuts down, I know you guys have all probably heard this before, if Facebook shuts down, which we hope it won't, and we're pretty sure it won't, you're going to lose all your contacts. You're going to lose all your business. So if you don't have a secondary way of contacting all these people, then you're going to be kind of out of luck, right? So this is kind of a way that you can build up some business, generate some more of that know, like, and trust stuff, because I'm assuming that you guys have all already started like a free community already. If you haven't, be sure you do that. And then you can also link that, you know, to join your community, which would bring them back to your free Facebook community, which is AKA a group, right? So all of these things, you can put the whole package in your blog or in your website. Again, like I said, you don't have to blog. That's not for everybody. I just like to do it because it's kind of like a creative outlet for me, and I like to share, like share my recipes that I find. I like to share things about, I have so many things kind of stacked away that I haven't even put together, like for essential oils. I like to share, like, this is where I bought this really cool thing. This is the coffee creamer I'm using, and it's paleo or Whole30 or whatever, and I like to share that with everybody. So I'm in the middle of kind of reformatting my own blog, and up until now, so for the last, I think I started my blog 2 years ago, up until now, well, maybe it's only been a year, I've managed everything. I created everything, and it wasn't too hard. I was able to put everything together in, you know, the design formatting. It was really intuitive. Like I said, I used Wix, so that's Wix.com. I'm not affiliated with them, so you can check them out if you want to, or you can go to like WordPress or one of those other free website pages. And so that was something that I was able to do. I'd never built a website before. I had zero experience with it. I'm not overly techie in that way. Like sometimes I even have problems like getting my printer to connect. So with all that being said, if I can do it, you can do it. And, you know, so from there, I've built a following of people who have subscribed because, you know, one, they like my recipes that I share and they try them at home, or they're, you know, following different things, you know, the tips of where I'm buying things so that they can get them too, which most of the time it's Amazon, but you know, whatever. Or like anything new that I just choose to, you know, share about. That just builds and builds and builds that, like I said, that know, like, and trust factor, right? So if you guys want, go ahead and post any questions. Like I said, this is your chance to get them answered, because I probably won't have time to go back and look at the questions in the thread, because we have the workshop starting Monday, and I'm going to be focusing on that so I can make sure I deliver it to you guys, since we're already a week late, with 100%. And that one will require some homework for you guys. So just make sure when you log into that, you'll be bringing a pen and a notepad or some way to jot down the questions so you can go back and do your reflection and answer those later. So again, I wish I had more experience with this whole Facebook Live thing and screen sharing. It won't let me share my screen now that I'm already in here for some strange reason.